Выстрел!
Group of Forces. The Zapad Group of Forces units continue combat missions of the Special Military Operation in Kupyansk direction. During active defense, motorized rifle units of the Combined Arms Army supported by artillery repelled 3 counterattacks launched by Assault Group of FU 57th Mechanized Infantry and 60th Mechanized Brigades near Sinkovka. The enemy was forced to retreat in southern and southwestern directions. Operational tactical aircraft launched 6 missile and bombing strikes at temporary deployment areas of FU 115th Mechanized and 25th Air Assault Brigades and territorial defense units close to Sinkovka, Peshenoy, and Berestovoy. In addition, heavy flamethrower systems inflicted fire damage on clusters of manpower and military hardware in the shelters of the 67th Territorial Defense Battalion of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near Kotlyrovka. Moreover, a TOR-SAM system commanded by Senior Lieutenant Yevgeny Bychkov shot down 2 Furia UAVs near Tokarevka. The enemy lost up to 25 Ukrainian troops, 1 T-64 tank, 1 2S-3 Akatsiya self-propelled artillery system, and 3 motor vehicles. In Krasny Liman direction, units of the Center Group of Forces repelled 1 attack launched by an assault group of the AFU 63rd Mechanized Brigade near Chervenaya Dubrova. Aviation and artillery inflicted fire damage on manpower and military hardware of the 5th National Guard Brigade, the 100th and 125th Territorial Defense Brigades close to Torskoy and Serebryansky Forestry. Heavy flamethrower systems systems wiped out 3 strongholds of nationalists near Grigorovka. More than 60 artillery positions of the Ukrainian armed forces were uncovered and overwhelmed during counter-battery warfare within the boundaries of Dronovka and Yampol. Air defense systems shot down 2 Valkyrie unmanned aerial vehicles close to Kremenaya. Up to 195 Ukrainian troops, 1 tank, 3 pickup trucks, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 1 152mm 2S-3 Akatsia self-propelled artillery system, and 1 2S-1G Vostok self-propelled artillery system of the enemy were eliminated. Akatsia self-propelled artillery systems from Central MD wipe out AFU stronghold with military personnel in Krasny Liman direction. Being on combat duty around the clock on high alert, servicemen perform tasks on fire defeat of the enemy on a daily basis. After receiving location data from reconnaissance units, artillery crews make a series of shots from closed firing positions at the designated targets. Unmanned aerial vehicles are employed by the scouts to adjust fire and transmit live adjustments to the battery command post, after which the updated information is sent to the artillerymen. Russian Defense Ministry report on the progress of the special military operation. In Kupyansk direction, units of the Zapad group of forces supported by Army aviation and artillery repelled 6 attacks of assault groups of AFU 60th, 115th Mechanized, 95th Air Assault Brigades near Sinkovka. The AFU losses amounted to up to 45 Ukrainian troops, 2 motor vehicles, 1 Vostok self-propelled artillery system, and 1 D-30 howitzer. In Krasny Liman direction, units of the center group of forces supported by artillery and heavy flamethrowers repelled 2 attacks launched by the AFU 63rd Mechanized and 12th Special Forces Brigades near Chervenaya Dubrova. In addition, strikes were delivered at clusters of enemy manpower and hardware near Serebryansky Forestry. Up to 190 Ukrainian troops, 1 tank, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 1 D-30 gun were eliminated. In Donetsk direction, units of the YUG group of forces supported by artillery repelled 2 attacks launched by assault groups of the AFU 24th Mechanized Brigade near Novogorodskoye. In addition, strikes were delivered at enemy manpower and hardware near Veseloy, Krasnoy, Kleshchevka, Vasyukovka, Bogdanovka, and Andreevka. The AFU losses in this direction amounted to up to 280 Ukrainian troops, 2 armored personnel carriers, and 3 motor vehicles. In the course of the counter-battery warfare, 2 M-Stabi howitzers, 2 Akatsia self-propelled artillery systems, 2 D-30 howitzers, and 1 G Vostok self-propelled artillery system were eliminated. In South Donetsk direction, units of the Vostok group of forces supported by artillery and aviation inflicted losses on enemy manpower of the AFU 79th Air Assault Brigade near Novomikhailivka. The enemy lost up to 90 Ukrainian troops and 3 pickup trucks. In Zaporozhye direction, units of the Russian group of forces supported by artillery and aviation inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the AFU 33rd, 65th Mechanized and 82nd Air Assault Brigades close to Rabotino and Verbovoy. During the day, up to 45 Ukrainian troops, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 1 motor vehicle, 1 M-Stabi howitzer, and 1 D-30 gun were neutralized. In Kherson direction, as a result of the Russian group of forces' actions, artillery, and aviation, the AFU losses amounted to up to 20 Ukrainian troops, 3 motor vehicles, 1 Akatsia self-propelled artillery system, 1 D-20 gun, and 4 G Vostok self-propelled artillery systems. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the group of forces of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation engaged command and observation posts of the AFU 67th Mechanized Brigade and 1st Operational Brigade of National Guard, a fuel depot, as well as manpower and military hardware in 127 areas. 1 Mi-8 helicopter of the Ukrainian Air Force was also shot down by air defense systems near Vodyanoy. Air defense systems also intercepted 7 HIMARS-MLRS projectiles, 1 HARM anti-radiation missile, and 1 JDAM aerial guided bomb. In addition, 17 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles were shot down near Gorlovka, Kirilovka, Belogorovka, Novodrozhye, Redensk, Peshanovka, and Balochki. In total, 560 airplanes and 262 helicopters, 10,121 unmanned aerial vehicles, 442 air defense missile systems, 14,341 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,189 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 7,527 field artillery guns and mortars, as well as 16,765 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation.